So, how was the PlayStation press conference compared to the Xbox One press conference? I mean, these are the two kings, these are the two controversies, these are the two dogs duking it out. Who won? Well, you should watch this and then decide.
PlayStation 4 won't impose any new restrictions on the use of PS4 gamers. Guess that's a good thing. We believe in the model that people embrace today with PlayStation 3 and continue to demand. Just heard you there. When a gamer buys a PS4 disc, they have the rights to use that copy of the game. They can trade in the game at retail, sell it to another person, lend it to a friend, or keep it forever. In addition, PlayStation 4 disc-based games don't need to be connected online to play. Or for any type of authentication. If you enjoy playing single-player games offline, PS4 won't require you to check in online periodically. And it won't stop working if you haven't authenticated within 24 hours.
€399, and for the folks in my homeland, £349 sterling. In the US and Europe this holiday season.
And as if that wasn't bad enough, then they showed the price. PlayStation basically bent Microsoft over, fucked them so hard, and then told them, okay, we're done with you, you can go away now. And then they started showing games. Okay? They showed... The beginning of the conference, I admit, was somewhat boring. They showed what they plan to do with the Vita and what they show to do with, future titles for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 and stuff we already knew. And they show all these titles that you're seeing sped up right now. And these for the Vita, these are for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. These are some indie titles. Then they showed their massive support for indie as well, which you'll see a clip into that later on. Then they started showing some of their newer games that are coming out. For instance, Arkham Origins. Now, my apologies, some of these clips are sped up, but there was literally so much content out of their 2-hour conference that I had to do some speeding up to let you guys get an idea of what the full birth was. I will be doing analysis of some of these games later on, especially Destiny, which I got a big chunk of that later on. They also have the new Suit exclusive content. They have a lot of exclusive content for PlayStation 4. They also showed the PlayStation 4. Doesn't look that bad. And it's not that big either compared to the Xbox One. It's about the size of a PlayStation 3. And looks sleeker, nice. So, check. Jesus Christ, Microsoft, you're fucked. They also then started to show new games. This one being one of my favorites of the night, The Order. Kind of like a Van Helsing steampunk Victorian age supernatural hunters. Those look like werewolves, and they've got almost like Nazi Germany weapons here. The electrical charging rifle right there. That reminds me of the Wonder Waffle. But The Order, 1886. That looks really good. This is where they showed all their support for indie games. They showed 8 different indie developers and 8 different indie games. They also showed that they're going to be bringing Munchie's Odyssey, the original, back in HD format. Oh my god, I am so excited. They're also doing Outlast on the PlayStation 4 as well. Oh my god, and that fat man's just happy and clapping. Then they showed Final Fantasy 15. This was Versus 13. I think it's now 15. They weren't completely clear on that, but if that's actual gameplay, that looks really, really sick, and it looks like actual gameplay. But it'd be nice to have a playable demo. Didn't, but still. Looks really, really good, though. Cinematics, I mean, it always looks gorgeous. Square Enix is known for their great cinematics. However, like I said, if that's gameplay, if it's open world, if it's not really linear, if it has more RPG elementals into it, that'd be great. Then they showed this. That one almost took the cake for the night. Almost took the cake for the night. I mean, no one thought Kingdom Hearts 3 was ever going to exist. And here it is. Now in development. That's the most... As soon as they said Disney, I kind of knew it was either HD remake or it was possibly the impossibly existing game. They also showed some Black Flag gameplay, finally, because there's more exclusive content on PlayStation 4 for Black Flag than there is anywhere else, which is really good. And this is a Ubisoft game, I'm aware of that, but they did also make a mention of EA games being on the PlayStation 4. They didn't show any, but they made a mention of it, so Microsoft doesn't get all the goodies there. They're still going to be on PlayStation 4. Even though there's going to be more exclusive content on Xbox, you know, PlayStation 4 still has it. And then they showed off Watch Dogs gameplay, a nice little chunk of it, and they also showed off something really interesting you're going to see here, search for mobile player. A player on a tablet was assisting the player in-game getting through this. They still haven't said yes or no to multiplayer, they still haven't showed it off, but this is kind of like a multiplayer thing, and it's really cool if you could have a mobile player on a tablet guiding you through the area, fixing things for you like this person is right here. I mean, look at that, she's clearing the way for him, and I'm saying she because those are very girly hands. And then they showed the blackout feature, which was in a cinematic earlier. Also, I didn't manage to grab footage of this when I was doing it, but they had a Mad Max game as well. Oh. No Last Guardian. No Last Guardian, guys. Sorry, I'll just go ahead and tell you that now, unfortunately. Wanted it, didn't get it. Oh, well. But, yeah, Watch Dogs, looking good. Looking real good. And then the Elder Scrolls. The Elder Scrolls, I mean, like, Jesus, how many cherries on the motherfucking cake do you guys, like, you just bitch slap Microsoft about 6 times during this press conference. I think everybody realizes that. Microsoft, you're screwed. Just quit. Just drop out. You fucked up bad, man. Not to mention all the other services I didn't even get to. They talked a lot about entertainment with their Netflix, their streaming. They did talk about their streaming service, Gaikai, by the way. We'll get to that later. But this is Destiny, and this is quite a large berth of the Destiny clip. This is not the best footage. I cut off about 3 other minutes. I'm going to do an analysis of all the Destiny gameplay there is. This is really cool though. How other players drop in and drop out. Ooh. Now there is some junky footage here, but I think that's mostly because my stream was messing up. It would have one image, then cut to another image every once in a while. We did only see the Warlock, Titan, and Hunter. We did not see any other classes, so still only those 3 classes as far as we know. We did get to see a weapon, though, the Thunderlord, I think it was, and they showed a skill tree for the weapons. So are we going to get weapons that have their own unique skill trees? If so, how many? If there's a variation of like 50 to 60 of them, that'd be pretty cool. 20 to 30 would be acceptable, but 50 to 60 would be awesome. More than 60, maybe like 100 unique skill trees would be flippin' shit awesome. I will do a full analysis of this later. While this is going on, though, I'm going to go ahead and talk about their Gaikai streaming services. They made that more cementive. PlayStation 3 titles they're going to have for their Gaikai streaming service available, launched in 2014, starting in the United States. So yeah. Sony, I think they officially own E3. I mean, no use games fees, not always online, can be if you want it to be, but it's not. Price of $399, $400. That's $100 cheaper, and you don't have the motherfucking, always online. You don't have to deal with Connect. You don't have to deal with use game fees. You don't have to deal with any of that. For $100. So basically you're paying less for better. And on paper, the PlayStation 4 is slightly more powerful than the Xbox One. I'm blown away. I'm an Xbox fanboy and I'm buying a PlayStation 4. I'm so disappointed with Microsoft right now, especially compared to Sony's press conference. They just started out really slow. They did. But about halfway through the conference, they picked it up, kicked it up into high gear, and then they just throttled through the rest of the fucking they just blew everybody out of the water. PlayStation takes the cake at E3 without a doubt. No matter what Nintendo does at this point, no matter what they say with their Nintendo Direct tomorrow, I'm sorry, this is just not going to win anybody. But yeah. That's pretty much it, though, guys. I'm Scout with 3 Guns Down. More full analysis coming tomorrow, of course, of a lot of things when I have my spare time, as much as I possibly can. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, please let me know down below, and I'll get to them as soon as possible, and also might include some of your questions in my videos. I'm Scout with 3 Guns Down. Don't forget to like, favorite, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, whatever else you can think, you know. Who do you think won the console wars just by the press conference? Let me know down below. See you guys later.